Hello and welcome to Castle. In this video, I explain everything about nutrition that helped me go from year to year and how you can apply it to weight gain, weight loss, muscle building, and fat loss. So let's start. Everything that our body does requires energy. Even if I'm sitting down here, my body is still using energy. Our body needs energy to pump blood, to digest food, to breathe. This energy comes from the food that we eat. Different food have different amount of energy. To measure the amount of energy that a particular food provides, we use the unit calorie. The amount of energy that your body needs in one day is called total daily energy expenditure, TDEE. You can use any online calculator to find an approximation of your TDEE. I have left a link of one of them in the description below. Once you have this approximation of your TDEE, you can start counting your calories. If you eat more calories than your TDEE, you will be in a caloric surplus. The extra calories that you eat will be stored as fat by your body. On the opposite side, if you eat lesser calories than your TDEE, you will be in a caloric deficit and your body will use energy from the fat that it has stored previously. Caloric surplus is like earning more money than you spend. What do you do with the extra money? You save it for future use. And caloric deficit is like earning lesser than what you spend. Then what do? You go to your savings and take out money to spend. Your body works in a similar way. You can burn more calories than your TDEE by adding exercises. This way your body will be burning more energy. The nutrients that your body needs in a larger amount are called macronutrients, and the nutrients that it requires in smaller amounts are called micronutrients. Macronutrients are categorized into three categories: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Carbohydrates or carbs are fuel for your body. These are the body's first option to burn for energy. After digestion, carbs are converted into glucose. All the extra glucose is first stored in the liver as glycogen, and if there is more, it is converted to fat. Not all carbs are created equal. Some carbs get digested quickly and hence get stored as fat, whereas some take time to digest. The glycemic index helps us understand how fast a carb is digested. A carb with high glycemic index gets digested quickly and is hence converted into fat and is bad for you. A carb with low glycemic index will take time to digest and will release its energy slowly and hence reduce the conversion to fat. Natural foods with fiber have low glycemic index, such as whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. Foods with high glycemic index, such as white rice, refined sugar, and refined flour, should be avoided. Fats are also used by the body to produce energy as well as to keep it warm, produce hormones, and a lot more. So don't avoid fats. Fats are good for you, but be careful because what looks like a small amount can contain a lot of calories. There are three types of fat. First is saturated fat. This type of fat is not good for you, but don't try to eliminate it completely. These generally come from dairy, red meat, ghee, eggs, coconut oil, etc. So try to reduce it as much as possible. Second type of fat is unsaturated fat. These are healthy and good for your body. Most of the fat that you add to your diet should be unsaturated fat. Most of the cooking oils are mostly unsaturated fat. The third type is trans fat. These are not found in natural food but only in industrially processed food. These are very bad for your body and should be eliminated completely. The omegas are special types of fat that are very essential for your body. These are naturally found in fish like salmon. You need to eat fish at least twice a week to get the adequate amount of these fats. I highly recommend taking a omega supplement because that is much easier. You can find the link in the description below. Protein is what muscles, hair and nails are mostly made up of. If you want to build muscle, I recommend eating 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Also, if you want to lose weight, adding more protein will keep you satiated for longer as it takes more time to digest. If you are a vegetarian, I highly recommend getting a whey protein supplement as it will make your life much easier. Try to get most of your protein from your food, or if you find it difficult, buy a protein supplement. I'll leave some of the links in the description below. These are nutrients that are required by your body in smaller amounts. These are nothing but your vitamins and minerals. These are required by the body to perform various important functions. Eating a varied diet full of vegetables, fruits, dairy and fish will provide you with the required amounts. If you can afford it, consider buying a multivitamin supplement. It will be very helpful for you as getting each and every micro from food is very difficult. Here, I have briefly discussed what foods I eat every day and what you can add to your diet. If you want more details, you can also read my Medium article which you can find in the description below. These are the cheapest sources of good quality protein. They are full of vitamins and hence called nature's multivitamin. They are good for cholesterol, eyes and brain health. You can eat up to 3 every day. Eating more than that can also be good, but we need more research on that. So to be on a safer side, eat up to 3 whole eggs every day. It is good quality protein. It provides you with lots of vitamin B12. It is quite cheaper compared to protein powders. I eat about 250 grams every day. It's an excellent source of fibers, vitamins and minerals. I eat about 100 grams every day. It also provides you with additional protein. It's an excellent source of protein, calcium and fats. It's very helpful for skinny guys to add more calories to your diet. I drink about half liter every day. You can also make yogurt and have the added benefit of probiotics. It's the best and cheapest source of plant-based protein. I eat up to 200 grams per week. There is not enough research to conclude how much is safe to eat, so it's good to be on the safe side. These are one of the healthiest grains on the planet. These are gluten-free and a good source of fiber, vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. Treat them as carbs and adjust accordingly in your diet. The additional protein it has also helps. Keep drinking water throughout the day at regular intervals. Carry a bottle with you all the time. It's a good idea to drink a lot of water when you wake up, 30 minutes before your workout and a lot after your workout. I highly recommend that you buy a good food scale which will be immeasurably useful for you to count your calories and maintain your diet. Initially, I didn't have the money to afford supplements, and it did not cause me any harm. You can get most of your nutrients from food itself, but there are some supplements that can help you in the long run. Here are some of the supplements that I recommend. All these products have been used by me at some point. I don't recommend the products that I don't use personally. You can find the links to all these products in the description below. It is one of the few supplements that have been scientifically proven to benefit muscle building. It is naturally present in our muscles and helps to produce energy. It will help you work harder in the gym. It is quite inexpensive, and I highly recommend that everyone uses creatine. It provides you with a very convenient and quick way of adding good quality, fast digesting protein to your diet. If you are a vegetarian, you will find it very helpful. If you can't afford good brands, don't bother buying cheaper products. You are better off eating chicken, milk, and other good sources of protein with that money. If you can afford them, please consider buying a multivitamin, as getting each and every vitamin from food is very difficult. It will help with your overall health and in turn help you build muscles. These are good for heart health and are mostly found in fatty fish. Alternative to taking these supplements is eating fatty fish twice every week. I find taking these supplements much easier. Sugar, refined flour, and glucose powders are very high in glycemic index, and that's why should be reduced as much as possible. Fried foods are very high in calories and can cause fat gain. Packaged fruit juices are full of sugars and devoid of fibers. Instead, drink lemonade, smoothies, and coconut water instead. Try to eat fresh and natural produce as much as possible with as minimum cooking as possible. This will help you get more nutrients out of your food. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends who can benefit from it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more such videos. If you have any questions, doubts, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care.